So, what is one of the fastest ways to increase your book reviews? Well, the first fastest way I would say is to have a book launch team, people who can actually review your book, friends, family members, customers. That's ideal. But after the book launch and the buzz is gone, how do you consistently get more reviews? Well, that's where using a book review service is a smart strategy. And in this video, I want to talk about Book Bounty and why it is one of my favorites that I'm using right now. And I've tested all of them out there. Now, the way that you should really think about this is book review services, as long as they are keeping above the standards that Amazon sets, then they're good to go to use. And so Book Bounty definitely does that. They do not like, I should say, Amazon does not like when you're doing direct swap for swap. So if you have a book and I have a book, we review each other's books, they frown on that. And what Book Bounty does is everybody stays anonymous. So I can't review your book, you can't review my book. Now, what this is think about it being like an ongoing launch team. You're basically allowing someone to read your book. Sometimes they buy your book, sometimes it's free. And in return for that, they leave a review. And by leaving a review, they get points so that they can cash in the points for their books. So let's walk through this step by step. And there is a link directly below in the description that could help you get some bonus points to get started and start getting some reviews. All right, so when you first jump in here, you are going to be on the My Books. When you first get in here, you're not going to have any books. These are all of my books at the time of recording. It's pretty easy to add your book. You just come over here, click on a new book, put in the title, your name. You decide if you just want a standard review that is not verified, then you would just upload your EPUB or your PDF. If you want to allow people to use their Kindle Unlimited to get your book and review, you can toggle that on, just click on it. And if you want to do the verified purchase, which is going to depend on the price of your book, whether it's 99 cents, 4.99, somewhere in there. And again, we're talking about the Kindle only version here. Then you'll want to check those. Notice I can check all three or I can just check a few. Typically, I will go with Kindle Unlimited and verified purchase only. So yeah, then beyond that, you will upload your front cover, select your genre, copy and paste your book description from Amazon, submit your book, and you're ready to go. Now, once you have your book in there and you start getting some points, you can see up here at the time of this recording, I got about 2,080 points. One strategy that I think is really effective is to bank a bunch of points while you're waiting for your book to come out. So when I was waiting for my 90-day coach book to launch, I had almost 100,000 points. And so the initial launch of the book, I had my book launch team leaving reviews, and I also cashed in all of them at once inside of Book Bounty, which allowed me to get another additional 38 reviews and really get those reviews up and running in the first 30 days. That's a super smart strategy. But you can also just slowly create a build of new reviews over time. And so let me show you how that works. So I've got 2,080 reviews. I'm going to go to my books and I am going to choose my latest book, The 90 Day Speaker. I'm going to click Start a Review Bounty. Here it's got turnaround time. I typically leave it at the 4 days it suggests. I like to use the Amazon.com marketplace. I could choose Kindle Unlimited if I wanted. It would cost me an additional 200 points. I could go with verified purchase, which mine's currently at 99 cents. You can see it adds 300, but this would give me a verified review. So the person reviewing this would have to go purchase my Kindle version for 99 cents, read it, and then leave a review. As you can see here, it's going to cost me 1,600 points, but it's okay because I have 480 left. So I'm going to click on that. And then they're going to go through the process of putting that into the marketplace, the Bounty library, which we're going to look at in just a second. And somebody will come along and claim the book. I've never had a problem with people claiming the books. It's even when I put in 30 some at once, over the next couple of days, they were all taken. You can see here, I've also got two that are currently in progress down here as well. All right, so that's a little bit about how you do that section. Now, another part that you can use is the ability to go read other people's books and leave a review. And by doing so, you gain points. So let's look at that side as well. Go back over to the screen. So we're going to go over here to the Bounty Library, and you're able to take out 3 at one time. So you can see here if I view my bounties, I've got these 3. But what we're going to do is we're going to leave a review on one of these, and it's going to free up a spot and allow me to grab another one. So basically, the way that it works is they don't want you going in there and grabbing 15 books, go leave 15 reviews the same day. And they definitely don't want you using AI for your reviews. And I recommend that you don't. Read through the book. If a book's really interesting, enjoy it. If it's just kind of interesting, you can flip around through parts, find a section that you really like, and do a review about that part of the book that you really enjoyed. So that's really important that you understand that this is part of this process is reading and reviewing other people's books. So we're going to leave a review. I've already written it ahead of time. I'm going to show you how this works. So this is a great book. I enjoyed it, The What If Trap. I love mindset type books. If we view the bounty, you can see here that at the time of this recording, it's November 14th. My due date is the 16th. I have come down here and I did purchase the book with Kindle Unlimited. I read the book and then I wrote this review. The review needs to be at least 40 words. Mine is 90, so that's perfectly fine. And again, do not use AI. Write this out or dictate it out if you have a dictation software. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on View on Amazon. I actually think I already have it pulled up right here. And it's going to take me over to the review. I copy and paste my review in here. I hit submit. That's done. Then I need to come over here and I need to say I posted my review, submit the bounty. I gave it 5 stars, submit review. Okay, now you will be able to notice when we go back to the bounty library. Oh, and let me cover this first before we go in too far. So one of the things that I love about using Book Bounty is it keeps things simple. I've used other ones that were really complicated. One of the parts of the process is they need to be able to verify that that review actually happened, right? So the thing that you have to do, and I like how they have this set up, is once Amazon sends you an email that says, thank you for reviewing, they've approved your review. Sometimes that could take up to a week, sometimes just a couple of days. Typically, Book Bounty gives you like 10 days to let them know. And so, what they've done is they've made it super simple. All you have to do is forward that email. Let me show you what that looks like. So, if I go over here, in here, I have search for thank you for reviewing. You can see other reviews I've left here. Here's one right here. All I have to do is come over here and click forward. And then the email is already in here for me because I saved it as a contact, verify at inbound.book-bounty.com. Right. So I choose that and I forward it. I don't need to say anything else. They know it's coming from my email address, and that makes sure that you get credit for that review. Okay. So now that we are over here, we want to select another book. So if we click on Bounty Library, we will be able to find another book. So notice over here on this right side, you can do free download, which you actually just download the PDF and read it. You could do free promotions where that book is currently under a free promotion and you get the book on Kindle for free. You could do Kindle Unlimited. You could do verified purchases. When you do a verified purchase and you actually pay for a book, you do get more points. As you can see over here, this $2.99 book is, you get 2,000 points for that one. You can look for the highest bounties, quick bounties, all of the things. So I'm going to choose Kindle Unlimited. And there's all kind of books. There's fiction, nonfiction in here. One of the things that you can do over here is look at genre and choose genre of books that you actually enjoy reading. biographies and memoirs, business and money, children's books. I mean, there's education, teaching, health and fitness, law, all kinds of books. I'm going to choose business and money because I enjoy reading those. And I'm going to look for a book that I actually might be interested in. All right. There's a goal setting book that caught my eye. Money Saving Hacks, How to Talk Essential Skills for Engaging Conversations. That's kind of a cool one. I'm going to choose that one. So it's 20,000 words. I have to give a review by the 19th, and I'm going to gain 1,310 points, right? So notice this currently says 480. When I choose this bounty, I get the points. So they're really good about going ahead and giving you the points. Now, if you happen to miss a deadline, you do not get penalized. This has happened for me. I got busy. I was not able to read that book and leave a review in enough time. They simply what they do is they take away the points in your system. It's okay to go negative points. And they still tell you that if you can still leave a review and let us know, we'll still give you the points back. So that's really awesome that that happens. And there's no penalty if you miss out on one of these. Okay. So you can see I got the points here, but I still need to go get the book. So what I'll do is I'll click on view on Amazon. It's going to copy the URL. I need to make sure that I get the book the way that I agreed to. For this one, it was Kindle. So I want to make sure I'm not buying it for $7.99. I'm getting it via the Kindle Unlimited, like I said. I'm going to click add to library. And now it is in my Kindle Unlimited. I can read it in my free time. All right, let's go back here. One more thing here. When you go under My Bounties, you will see all of your bounties here. So you can see here, I've got 3. You're allowed to have 3 at once. And you can typically what I'll do is I'll get all 3. And then once per day, I'll leave a review. So I'm typically working on one book. I'll read through it. Books that I like, I take more time with. Books that they're okay. They're not the best, but they're not terrible either. I might skim around and then go leave a review, do one every morning, and always add another book so that you're at that 3 max. And it helps you to continue to get more points. So, for example, we hop back over here. I got enough points to go do another. I think I have enough. Let's try it. Speaker, start a bounty. Want to do another 99-cent purchase. I have 1,600. Boom. Now I've got two out there that are going to be leaving reviews, purchasing the book for 99 cents, and then leaving a review. And by the way, using the book at 99 cents and leaving it for there is one of my strategies to get up to 100 reviews. Between my book launch team, people who are already reading the book, they leave reviews, a percentage of them, and Book Bounty. It's going to allow me to hit that 100 mark, hopefully within the first 90 days of the book. And all of that helps the algorithm. So as you send somebody the opportunity to go purchase your book and leave a review, that helps the algorithm. So more people see the book because they're actual sales. So there's a lot of benefits here. I think you need to definitely try this out. If you have a book or you have several books, I would definitely go and check out Book Bounty. It's one of my favorite. Again, go click on the link down below and you can get some extra bonus points when you sign up, and go ahead and get your first few reviews. See how the system works. I believe they even have a free trial that you can start with as well. So that is what I wanted to cover today. I hope that was helpful to you. Let me know down in the chat, in the comments, if you've got some additional questions about this, or have you used Book Bounty? I'd love to know your experience, or maybe you have another favorite that you'd love for me to review. Let me know. If you are an author and you want to know how to publish books consistently, I did an entire video on my favorite tool and how I do the process, and you go check that out right over here.